happened to the noise? I can't even blame them if I bomb. I can't even blame it on those women over there. Oh, you can? Thank you. So if I don't do well, you can blame them. So I just want to say thank you to my friends Helen and Lou and Ted and Robin and Ken's here and and Alejandra and Frank, all my friends here, and the rest of you, thank you for sticking around. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing Art tonight, my third husband. I was married 3 times myself. Well, I wasn't. I was married twice. I thought Art might be number 3. But I'll tell you more about myself. I'm not the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow. I couldn't be because I'm almost their age. And I'm a retired school teacher in New York City. I taught in a really tough school. I mean, the school colors are black and blue. And like when we were young, and I went to Gotham Avenue School with Lou, so Lou knows, we used to carve our sweetheart's name in the desk when it was made out of wood. These kids carved their sweetheart's name in their sweetheart. Really tough. And the second grade girls, where I taught, they had a gang. And the initiation was to take the milk containers off of my girls' lunch trays. It's a true story. So I named them the Half Pints. And the leader of the gang was the Dairy Queen. Later on Facebook, I see the Dairy Queen's having trouble with her boyfriend, Mr. Softy. TMI, Mr. I don't have to know that about my students, right? And I was breaking up a fight, and the mayor used to say everything, no matter what went on in the classroom, everything is a teachable moment. So I'm breaking up a fight, and this kid goes, "He choked me terrible!" I said, "Stop, you're using your adverbs incorrectly. He choked you terribly." No adverb fans here? Helen and I used to sit in class and listen to 8 days a week in high school. And Ken loves the Beatles and Frank loves the Beatles. And this guy was playing the Beatles. So what does that have to do with PS 140? Nothing. They don't know anything about the Beatles, these kids. I was teaching measurement, and they don't give you any money for supplies in my school. So I had to go home and bring in my bathroom scale, my Weight Watchers scale, and my cocaine scale. I'm only kidding. I never went to Weight Watchers. But they have a cute little tray for a banana split on top. So they have something new in school. Frank's still teaching, and you can tell me if this is true, Frank, that they have this thing called the participation trophies. Maybe your son has it. Like, all you have to do is show up in school and you get an award. Something I could have used on my honeymoon. Both of them. Because they did participate, but very little was accomplished. That's why I'm looking at number 3 over there. So I was married first to a Jewish guy, and then I was married to a Chinese guy. So people say, what's the difference? I say, very little difference. They're both cheap and drive terribly. But with the Chinese guy, I had 3 New Years. We had 3 New Years. First you have the American New Year with the fireworks. And then you have Chinese New Year, which is going to come up very soon, fireworks. But with the Jewish New Year, no fireworks. Unless you eat my Aunt Esther's cooking, then you have fireworks. I went to Woodstock 50 years ago, and I went to Coachella Desert Trip 50 years later. Can you imagine? The same musicians. It was unbelievable. I mean, Paul McCartney singing Maybe I'm Amazed. Maybe I'm amazed, Paul. I'm standing here, my leg hurts. You stand there for 3 hours, right, Ellen? And Mick Jagger singing Satisfaction. And then he goes like this. He wants us to sing to him. I stood up in front of all the people. I went, no, Mick Jagger. I paid a lot of money to come out here to California. You sing Satisfaction to me. And they had a tent in Woodstock. It was for bad acid trips. The tent at Coachella for bad acid indigestion. And there was a VW bus jingle, maybe you remember, no, nobody's my age here. A VW bus jingle that went on at Woodstock. It said, "Don't you come a knockin' if this VW bus is a rockin'." You know what it said at Coachella? "Don't come a fussin' till I've had my Robitussin. So, Debbie was talking about the singles ads in the dating scene. I met this guy. He was from Bragg Street, Brooklyn. Not much to brag about, because we're in the lobby of his building and he pressed the elevator to go up one flight. That wouldn't be so bad, but you know what his singles ad said? Loves long hikes. And why are you showing me your singles ads when we get to your apartment when we met on a blind date? I shouldn't even know that you have singles ads. We're dating here. Then I met this other guy. His singles ad, I did meet him from a singles ad. It said, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. You're not Amish. You live in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. And the guy from Bragg Street was better off living around the corner on Knapp Street, because he's a very lazy guy. So I told you a little bit about myself. I'm getting older. Getting older. Anybody else? Getting older. I try to have a sense of humor. Yeah, right. I'll tell you something, miss. I'll tell you something that I have that you wouldn't even relate to, okay? I have this thing called varicose veins, but I changed the name. I call them the Google Roadmap to Adventure. And this road takes you to the Sterling Forest. And that's what I have to break down to you girls who do the Brazilian and everything. I got the Silver Lake going on. And this road takes you to the Dead Sea. Death Valley. So I try to have a sense of humor about getting older. In fact, I'm losing my hair, being very secretive and open with all you strangers. I'm losing my hair, but I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. And you young girls also, you say you can't wait for the change to come along, right? Because of the PMS, the cramps. And then what happens? The change comes, and then you have the mood swings, hot flashes. You know what I say? Menstruation, menopause, those were the good old days. I mean, you don't like the catcalling? How would you like to get, oh ma'am, oh lady, madam? Whatever happened to hey babe? I've passed the information age, and I'm headed for the inflammation age. I try to have a sense of humor about it. In fact, the cuckoo on my biological clock, it's wearing depends. I have a sense of humor about it. Oh yeah, so I was saying, every day, I didn't say this yet, but every day you look in the mirror and you see something new when you're getting older. So one day, I have like pound signs here, then I have parentheses here, and the latest one, when I turn like 66, I get exclamation points here. If you have pound signs, exclamation points, and parentheses on your face, I'll just lay down and send me a text message on me. Well, you know what? I know we have other comics, so I'm going to say goodnight and thank you. Helaine Witt.